Today, I'm going to talk about something every human has to deal with. We talk about signs, we talk about our angels, we talk about all these things that are unseen, and we want answers, we want guidance, and we're out there trying to make decisions. And I'm going to ask you right now, have you ever been in a position where you have to make a decision, you're so uncomfortable, and you're just wrestling with it, and you don't know what to do, and you think, well, that's a sign, and oh, maybe that's a sign, and maybe I should do it, and or I shouldn't do it. Oh, everybody's gone through that, right? What do I do? Just tell me what to do. I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to tell you how you can get to that place of making a decision and knowing if it's right for you, and how to get past that struggle of trying to figure out what those signs are and what's your next step. Boy, it's not easy, is it? We're out there making our own decisions, but I'm going to help you to get to yours today. You ready? Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an amazing life. Oh, my coffee's over there. All right, let's talk about making decisions. Now, I'm bringing this up because I myself am going to make some changes in my life, and I've had to really look at how uncomfortable that is, because there are just things in the material world you have to do if you move, or if you have to get out of relationships, or if you have to switch jobs. It's really uncomfortable, and this is why we stay in places that we don't love, right? Which is amazing, right? It's tough enough to make a decision when you're in a great place and you're going to another great place. But when you're in a position where it's not a great place and you're going to a better place, you would think that's easy, right? But it's not. People don't like change. Human beings are very uncomfortable with change, and they like to stay in what they know. Because they know that when they have to make, well, when they decide to make that switch over to something else, it's going to take real effort, planning, sometimes physical labor. So I'm going to be moving, and I've made a big decision, and I love everything about where I am. My life is amazing. Everything's wonderful. But there are certain situations lining up that are telling me that it's time for me to move. All right? So it's uncomfortable. Nobody likes packing. Nobody likes moving. Nobody likes coordinating all this stuff. It's very uncomfortable. And so a part of me says, don't do it. Just stay where you are. If you do not continue to make decisions in areas where you know you must make positive changes, you will never expand. You will start to shrivel up. And that's not a good place to be. That is change. No matter what you decide, it's change, because nothing ever really does stay the same. So when you decide to stay in a place that's very uncomfortable for you, you're going to retreat from expansion, and your message to the universe is that you don't want to go into what's better and higher. Now, the universe is always presenting better, higher things for you. Always. Always. So if you are in an amazing place and you decide that there's some things you must do because you're just getting that feeling that there's some changes you need to make, you know, you have a few reasons to do that, then it's time to take a look at what would hold you back. What are the advantages, right? So I want to just share with you today that it's very difficult to make these decisions no matter what. And if you're looking at the signs, ask yourself what those signs are, or if you're trying to interpret the signs in a way that that gets you out of expansion. Is this decision expansion? Ask yourself that. Are you wrestling with something because you're uncomfortable with the change? That's number one. And I gotta tell you, it's really uncomfortable to do things in the physical world that take you into a space where things are new. But if you don't do that, you'll never know. Now, I am moving. It's going to happen this year. This is 2021. However, you know what? Georgia's not going anywhere. Now, I want to ask you something. If you're in a situation that you know isn't good for you or the other person, you're never going to go back to that. So if you know you have to make that move, I ask you right now, what's stopping you? And are you creating signs that you need to stay? Oh, here's 11, or let's say 555 represents change. There's 555. Change. Or you say there's 444. I shouldn't change. You can. That's why I don't look up the meaning of the numbers, because I've seen 101 different interpretations of that. So I won't post these. I did post one a while back. I can't remember who did it. He did a pretty good job, but who knows what they mean? Like we talked about the Georgia Guidestones. You can interpret anything you want and say, this is how it is. Nope, 111 means blah, blah, blah. I know it's an angelic number. I know that it's positive. I call it the high five of the cosmos. It's high-fiving you. There's something about that. Boom, high five. We're connecting. It just means you're connecting. It's not always the message that you may think it is, because you may want it to be a certain message, right? You cannot lose when you're expanding. You cannot lose. All right? If you are giving up something amazing, you have to ask yourself why you're doing that. If you're doing it for expansive purposes, like I am, you know, the amazing is that I'm very comfortable. The physical, everything, I'm very comfortable. But I know that there's certain things that I must do, because, you know what, we're here just so long. I'm a baby boomer. You know, I'm not going to be on the planet that much longer. So I have to ask myself, what am I going to do with my life? I could stay and get comfortable. And this is what happens when people get older. They believe that they have to find that place and then they retire and they settle in. There's no such thing for me. So are you going by the rules? Well, I'm a certain age, or I'm not supposed to be, divorced. That's a bad thing. Or I'm going to have to go take care of myself and get a job. No. Oh, there was a 222. Oh, no, stay in the relationship. Okay, thanks for the message. We play games all day. So my question to you is, are you stuck in comfort for comfort's sake and avoiding change? Because your numbers and your signs out there will give you exactly what you want to see. So if you decide, if you're petrified, you really don't want to do it, and it's easier to stay where you are, you'll find the signs. I did a whole video on this. The signs are just you talking to you. And when you open up, they start to show up, because the universe is math. It's numbers. It's symmetry. It's in alignment. It always is. So when you're thinking a certain way, it will align to give you whatever message that you desire if you don't want to make the change. If you want to make the change, it'll start to guide you to exactly where you need to be. If you don't, it will absolutely reinforce that you shouldn't make the change. Yeah. That's how it works. You know what? It's not separate thinking. It doesn't think separate. It's not separate from you. It is the quantum field. You are the quantum field. There's only one power. And you're it. So you're always directing it, right? As a seemingly separate human being. So whatever you're thinking, if you have fears, you're going to get those messages, and you could convince yourself of anything. Sit down and ask yourself, what's the issue right now that you would like to resolve or change? What's the solution to that? Now, we know the mind that created the problem can't solve the problem. You have to shift your mindset. You got to shift your mindset. Come over to the Miracle Circle. I spend a month, every time you come in there, we are reprogramming. Because you can take one of my classes, we can do, master classes, all this stuff. They're powerful, but you got to keep doing them. Because you will go back to the old triggers, the old thinking, I'll just stay here. I'll divorce the abuser next year. A year later, your kids have seen some horrible stuff. Or they see mommy or daddy who doesn't respect themselves. You've got to really take a good hard look at how you're conducting your life and what's going to guide you to something higher and better that you may be uncomfortable with and you may not know what it is. But until you step into that zone, you'll never know. And when you step into that zone and you say yes, you will be taken care of. I promise you that. Everything, all those angels and guides and powers will kick in for you. They will kick in because you're saying yes. I'm afraid. It's unknown, it's uncomfortable. But yes, please guide me. I'm going to let go. I'm going to let go and quit making up my own signs and excuses and understanding that when they show up, they can be anything I want them to be. Is there a decision you have to make in your life right now that could take you to something higher? Are you holding back on helping other people? That's really uncomfortable. You know, I give a lot of money to animal charities, and I do a lot of things for animals. Boy, do I do a lot of, stuff that is not physical. I used to. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't be that person in the front lines. Thank goodness there are people that do that. But you know what? It's uncomfortable for them too, to have to see certain things. But if they weren't there, those little animals wouldn't be rescued and things wouldn't change. Take whatever role you can, but be okay with being uncomfortable. Change for the better is uncomfortable. And we keep thinking it's not. Oh, this feels right. No, not necessarily. Getting married, changing jobs, getting a new home, it's stressful. It's change. So just don't think too hard about it. Take a step back. Don't make up signs. Just say, I'm gonna let go of this. I'm gonna go ahead and go into expansion. Because there's always another decision I can make along the way. And another one, and another one, and another one. But do not live your life sitting back on the bench and watching the game. It's a waste, total waste of your time and energy here. Because there's so much you could be doing. Come join the Miracle Circle, monthly Miracle Circle. You can go down here, click, or go to landriaonkka.com. It's so inexpensive, it isn't funny. And you'll spend a month with me, and then you get a free masterclass, and we get together as a group because we need each other, right? The N word, need. That's probably what the only thing we need is, as humans, one another, we need, because we think we're separate. We really aren't. So if you want to start creating your own business, come here, these are free videos. Explore them. No more limitations, no more criticism, no more judgment. Go explore or don't. Sign up for Manifest Anything. It's free down here. I take you through step by step. I've got a new program. We're taking it to the next level, step by step by step. How do we get to that place? And watch those videos. They come out every 5 days. Watch them, do them, watch them, do them, watch them. You have to do that to reprogram yourself to get into this space where you have no limitations. You have nobody that's opposing you or that you oppose. You're just all light beings expressing yourselves. That's it. And you're one of them. What are you going to do with your amazing life? Anything. Please subscribe, my friends. You see that picture of me? Click it, subscribe, share the videos. That allows me to stay on this channel, by the way. And it also tells me that you like what I'm doing. And I'm here to guide you to an amazing space that exists for you right now. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.